If you're a player who's diligent enough, then Forinthry themed rewards are on offer in the latest Yak Track, Forinthry Frontier. Complete Yak Track tasks to get your hands on fancy new robes, armor, and even a new golden detonate ability override. This also includes your standard new pets, ones that most of us are probably accustomed to in real life, as Jagex introduces new cats and dogs, along with variants that you can earn during the Yak Track as well as with spending Yak coins. Yak Track begins today, Monday, February 27th, and runs until May 15th, giving you 2 months to complete it. This time around, however, there are 70 tasks to tackle, which explains the longer than normal event time. The usual skill and kill task will be available for every task, as well as task skip options, so hopefully reaching all 70 shouldn't be too difficult. The Yak Coin Shop, as I alluded to, is returning, where you can get new cosmetics, XP boosts, and previous cosmetics from older Yak Tracks. The Journey of Aya rewards being included today. You'll get 1 Yak token for every 5 tasks during the core track up to task 50, then every 2 tasks up to track 70. Don't hold on to your coins for too long though, because they will vanish 1 week after the track finishes. So other than that, I'm sure you're familiar with Yak Tracks, pretty standard outside of the increased task number. But yeah, get out there, start doing tasks, earn your rewards, and you might find a thing or two you like revolving around the Forinthry theme. That said, we also had a new ninja strike with today's updates, so let's go look at what the ninjas got up to. Characters across Gielinor that were involved in the Elder God War storyline have been updated to their correct state. The Curator is now available for Elder God War's quests. Find him in Birthorpe for all your questing needs. Incendiary is no more. Incendiary Shot has had a minor rework, no longer double dipping into area of effect if used alongside Chinchampas or similar effects. It will, however, now respect damage buffs the player has applied, meaning its damage will increase by the likes of Death Swiftness and can now critically strike. They changed all occurrences of Tool Belt in the text to Tool Belt separated for consistency. The timer for an active aura will no longer decrease when logged out. This does not include the Green Fingers aura, however. The player is able to rot fungus while performing various actions during the fight with Croesus. Improve the lighting in the Orthan Oubliette, where Araxia is imprisoned. Necklace of Salamancy is now easier to obtain while skilling and can be put in the keepsake box as an override. If you enjoyed the video so far, guys, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you'd like to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Lastly, let's look at the patch notes and see what's been updated with today's update. Starting off with some general changes, the Wilderness Sword 4 can be reclaimed again, and they fixed an exploit that would allow the clan experience boost buff to be increased slightly beyond the cap of 6%. Moving on to some game jam updates, they've made improvements to Iclarin's Little Helper. The quest Giver no longer requires a tinderbox and full water skin. Trapdoors in Clantor's Pyramid are now outlined and remain open for a couple of minutes when triggered. They reduced inconvenient random mechanics, like the probability of falling down a pit and the randomization of the tile puzzle. Toolbelt can now sap trees, including Acadia, and provide salt for the Embaumer. Clearer guidance and less backtracking made some interactions, like using the unholy symbol on the sarcophagus, more mobile friendly. The Iclarin cutscene now uses his latest character model. They added a new crafting category to gameplay settings under skills and experience. Also added a toggle for receiving noted clay from the modified artisan's bandana. When the first time player receives items from the bandana, they have the option to choose whether they'd like it noted or unnoted. They've rebalanced Corrose's drop table and Hunter experience. Hunter XP in the encounter has been reduced 33% by the central node and 66% by all nodes on and surrounding the Dagonoth. Common drop tables have also been reduced. Here's the list on screen. You can pause it if you need to, but a variety of things now drop in much fewer quantities. And finally, they altered the contribution thresholds. So you can see on screen here, this is exactly how much contribution you need to do in order to receive the associated amount of rewards at the end of the fight. And do note that if you roll for 11 and 12, you will either give you a unique drop or nothing. This does not increase the chance of getting a unique, but does not reduce the volume of common drops. The 60 contribution threshold for rares remains unchanged. The following auto collectors no longer place drops into the player's inventory during the Corrosus fight: Charming Imp, Seed Aside, and the legendary pet with the scavenging ability. Note that the Charming Imp and Seed Aside will still be able to convert drops to XP as before. Skilling nodes within the Corrosus closest boss encounter can now be bladed dived on, and doing so will start the skilling action. Adjusted the text for the Ophthalmi statue to now be in line with the other Slayer of X statues present in the Croesus arena. And they've added sorted items function on the Augment store into unowned and owned. Next, the quest list filter checkboxes are now listed under a filter button and labeled with consistently positive language. The confusing recommended checkbox has also been removed. Quests can now be sorted and filtered from the quest list child list in a similar manner to the Adventures Quest's parent interface. Charos Clue Carrier takes items from the bank and inventory if used from the inventory inside the bank interface. Ring of Kinship is now kept on death. Added a right-click option to make all runes within the Wicked Hood interface. Olaf's quest has been improved. You no longer need a spade in your inventory to enter the cavern, as there's a patch of snow you can dig. If you fail the agility obstacle, you are placed within the cavern. The agility obstacle no longer forcibly toggles your run. You can no longer fail the agility obstacle randomly. If you run, you will always fail. If you walk, you will always succeed. The large block of ice at the entrance has been replaced by small rocks for players who did not take part in the Easter 2011 event. They fixed an issue where you were forced into melee range when attacking Kalzuk from the west, caused by the vent. Fixed an issue where Jad's attack animation could not be seen if recently stunned. Fixed an issue where your movement would appear stalled when hit by Kalzuk's magic attack during the showdown. Fixed an issue with the resonance ability buff icon wasn't cleared when hit by a geyser. Fixed an issue where Kalzuk could not correctly phase when at his life points threshold during the showdown. And finally, removed an animation stall related to the Penguin Hide and Seek activity. That is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below. If you missed last week's video, it'll be on screen now to go check it out. Looking forward to seeing you there if you haven't. And if not, I will see you next week with next game update. So till then, aloha.